This is Hayden Limond from SHC TV, and today I'm very lucky to be joined over Zoom by Bibby ahead of his fight on the Willie Limond vs Joe Law's Undercard at the Emirates Arena in Glasgow. So yeah, mate, like I say, how have you been?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Just training away, man. Usual.
That's good to hear, mate. So what I wanted to sort of, start with is how did you first get into boxing? What's your story and getting into it? Yeah, like I say, how'd you get into it?
Well, there's not really got a crazy like kind of story how I started. I just kind of went down the gym one day and wanted to try something new, and then I kind of got a bug for it from there, really, and just kept going, man. Got a bug, kept training hard, and yeah, so still in the gym now.
Hmm.
Everyone's got a crazy story why they started boxing. I don't. I just want to try something new.
Yeah, so then obviously, going on to your amateur career, you're a two-time elite
Mm.
British champion and international champion. How did you sort of find your amateur career and, what other accolades did you achieve? How did you sort of find that?
Yeah, man. Amateur was great, especially when I got into the national setup and that. Obviously, you're traveling the world doing what you love. So, yeah, I had great memories on the national team in my amateur career. And yeah, started when I was 14. I won my first title when I was 16. I won the novice championships, Scottish novice championships, and then I won the intermediates and then the open in the same season when I was like 16, 17. And then I won the districts. Just kind of went up the pure, I guess you can call it like a traditional route, I guess. And then obviously when I went senior, um, obviously we had a lot of fights as a senior. COVID hit, and then after COVID, I got onto the Scotland team and kind of never looked back.
Actually, then obviously, turning over to the pros, you just turned over
Mm.
and, you had two fights in 2 weeks, winning both. One was on points and the other by retirement. How did you sort of find the
Mm.
switch from the amateurs to the pros?
Yeah, kind of like a duck to water, really. I didn't really have much problem transitioning over. I knew I'd have a good style for the pros. Really fit guy. I knew I would transition over to the pros. More rounds would kind of suit me. Always came on strong in my fights as an amateur, so I knew obviously tweak a few things, change my style here and there, but yeah, I knew I'd transition pretty well, and it's coming off in my fights now. I'm feeling it. I can see it in the gym as well.
Yeah, so then obviously, getting two fights in 2 weeks. One was on the
Mm.
26th and then one obviously the following week. How did you sort of find that? Was that stressful or was it all right?
I loved it, man. Obviously, I got my date for the 26th of January, then I got asked about the 12th, well, the 9th of February. I was like, yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I'll take any fight any time. That's kind of always been my mindset. So yeah, I loved it, man. I would fight every 2 weeks if I could, but it's not the way it works, sadly. But yeah, I enjoyed it, man. I got a big following from Perth as well, so it's good to bring the crowds and make the noise.
I 100%, mate. So obviously, on to your upcoming fight on the Willie Lemon Joe Laws undercard on the 12th of April. How did that sort of, come about and how long have you known about that for?
I knew about that before my second fight. Um, Obviously my Billy Nelson, my coach, is also my manager as well, so he deals with all that. But yeah, he just gave me the date, and yeah, I knew I was kind of want to thank St Andrews for getting me on such a big show as well, because yeah, it's good to be on an arena show instead of the wee town halls for a change. I'm gonna really enjoy that as well. Yeah, it's a big show. I'm glad to be a part of it.
Yeah, 100%, because, there's not that many arena shows, up here. So to be on
Hmm.
one must be really good, especially on your third fight as well. So sort of on training now, you just mentioned there you've been training with Billy Nelson. How have you sort of find that?
Yeah, me and Billy get on really well. I'm really loving it. We've been with each other since October last year, and yeah, the difference between me now and when I first started with him is like night and day. I can see such an improvement in my style. The way I'm sitting on my punches, I'm transitioning more between head and bodies. Just little things like that we've been drilling for months now, and yeah, I'm getting top quality sparring at the gym as well. And just yeah, we're taking off really, and just here's to the future, man. We're just getting started. I've only been with him like 5 months, and the improvements from the start, like I said, is night and day.
Yeah, 100%, mate. So obviously, like we say, two fights in 2 weeks. Have you sort of been still in training from that, or have you had a little bit of a break, or have you been through the training the whole time?
I've had no break. I got right back in the gym. I was helping him, Sultan Zurbek.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I've been inspiring him
Mm.
since my last fight. I'm going to get a wee bit of an easier week next week because it's been pretty intense. I've just been Just back from sparring him actually. Just got
Mm.
in the door. So
I saw Sultan fight in Edinburgh on the Lee McGregor undercard. He's some
yeah,
fighter, so sparring him, especially so early on in your career must be. How have you sort of found that?
unbelievable. Yeah, take great confidence from it. Yeah, he's a phenomenal fighter, and just learning so much. I've only had 2 fights, and he's like on the verge of world titles now. So
Mm.
yeah, I'm sparring great, and yeah, I couldn't really say no to helping him out for sparring. Like, so I got right back in the gym. Didn't really take any days off, so hopefully next week will be a bit of an easier week. Cause I've still got 7 weeks, and I'm ready to fight now. I'm in fight shape, so yeah. But sparring him has been great. I couldn't really turn it down.
Yeah, 100%. So, sort of on that, you're saying you would fight every 2 weeks if you could,
Mhm.
How would you how active would you say you want to be this year, getting the win on the 12th? How active would you want to be this year? Would you want to be active to the point of like maybe 5 fights? How active would you want to be, or do you want to take a one fight at a time?
Well, obviously, want to take every fight at one fight at a time, but I'm looking for 6 or 7 this year. Like,
Mm,
yeah, I want to. I'm always in the gym, always ready. And give me the date, and let's go, man. Like, but I made my intentions clear from the start. I want to be active. I want to push on, and yeah, 6 or 7. But we'll take it one fight at a time. I done 6 rounders as well, so I'm pretty sure this next one's a 6, and then we'll see. Maybe even do 8 in the next fight. You know what I mean?
mm. Josh Taylor, Jack Catterall, we've had
Mm.
the press tour for that just over the week there. That fight will be taking place April 27th. How do you see that one going? Do you think Josh will maybe get it done again? Obviously, there was a lot of controversy the first time.
Yeah.
But yeah, how do you see that one going?
Yeah, I see Josh winning this one. Obviously, he's admitted in the past that he overlooked Jack the last time, but
Hmm.
I think if the Josh Taylor that shows up that fought the likes of your Jose Ramirez or like your Regis Prograis, I think he wins pretty comfortably. But you can't overlook Jack; he's a tricky operator as well, so it's going to be a great fight. But you know what I mean? Josh Taylor gets a lot of hate on online and stuff. It kind of bugs me because it comes from a bunch of people that have never stepped foot in the ring, and you know what I mean? For him to do it, he didn't get anywhere near the credit he deserved for what he's achieved. Being undisputed world champion is insane. The only one from Britain ever in the four belt kind of era. So yeah, he gets a lot of hate. That's unjust in my opinion. But listen, that last fight was closer than I think people make out. You know what I mean? I
Hmm.
think it's like it's not the worst robbery I've ever. Folk calling it a robbery, and I don't say it was not a robbery. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Jack obviously boxed out his skin, and this fight I see it being different. I see it being a more convincing Taylor win.
Yeah, 100%. I was lucky enough to speak
Mm.
to him actually on Monday in Edinburgh, and he was a really nice guy. And I think the hate he's got over the past 2 years because of obviously the backlash of that fight, it's just
Yeah.
it's not on, what's been.
End of the day, he's not a judge. He just
Mhm.
fights. You know what I mean? So it's uncalled for.
That's such a yeah. So sorry, on that, obviously, boxing in Scotland, we've been lucky to have the likes of Josh Taylor bringing big nights to Scotland.
Hmm.
That's somewhere you want to be in the future? We've got a lot of young talent coming through, including yourself now. Is that sort of, where you want to be headlining big nights in Scotland in the future?
Yeah, definitely, man. That's the goal to be a household name and take these big shows to Scotland as well and bring arena shows to Scotland. Like you said, you need a name to bring arena shows to Scotland. You know what I mean? Like England have plenty. Obviously, all the big arena shows in Britain are in England because also where all the big names are. But yeah, man, the crop of talent we've got coming through right now, I don't see why not. That's my goal, anyways, to bring big nights to Scotland and yeah, sell out arenas, 100%. That's
Yeah,
got to be your goal as a fighter. Anything less than that, you're in the wrong sport. You know what I mean? You got to have ambitions of going all the way, or you're going to end up getting hurt. So yeah, I train every day with that in mind. You know what I mean? I want to be the best.
100%, mate. So lastly, what I wanted to ask you, have you got anything you want to promote, say for your Instagram, tickets to the fight, anything like that?
Well, my Instagram, Luke Bibby 7, same as Twitter. And yeah, if you want to come to the fight, I'll message me. I've got tickets here, I guess. Yeah, yeah, man, that's about it.
100%, mate. Thanks so much for your time, mate. I really do appreciate that. And yeah, best of luck with your fight. We'll definitely do it again sometime.
Yeah, 100%. Thank you so much.